You have a really good team in the Vikings. You have a good team in the Packers. You have a above average team in the Lions, and I think you have an above average team in the Bears. So it's a very interesting division, but I'm going to go with the Vikes. NFC South, I'm still going to ride with the Falcons. I'm high on them this year. I know it's kind of bad coming off the Thursday night, and they just didn't really show up offensively. But I like the Falcons in this division. A lot of people are high on the Saints, and even talking about the Panthers as well, with North Turner coming in and working with Cam Newton. The Bucs are a disaster right now. Jameis Winston's out for the first couple of games. That may be the best thing for the Buccaneers right now, because I mean Jameis Winston, I think he's got one more year here, and it's time to move on from him. But I think it's going to be between the Saints and the Falcons. Saints had, to me, an overachieving year last year. Alvin Kamara is unbelievable, but I think the defense definitely overachieved. We're going to see what they're able to do. Drew Brees getting older here, so I'm gonna ride with the Falcons in the NFC South. Let's move to the NFC West. I'm sorry. There's no question here. The Rams are a lot of people's pick to get out of the NFC. So the Rams are very talented. They're a Super Bowl bust team to me. They got a bunch of guys on one-year contracts. They got Ndamukong Suh, Marcus Peters, Aqib Talib. They got a lot of guys that can play, but a lot of egos in that locker room. So we'll see how they're able to deal with that. Sean McVay, Coach of the Year. We'll see how he's able to weather the storm and kind of deal with these players and these egos and try to get them back on, what they did last year, because they were really impressive last year. Seattle, I don't think they're going to be as bad as people think at all. I think Russell Wilson is a top 8 quarterback in this league, so I wouldn't completely sleep on them. But, for the NFC West, I think the Rams run away with this division. And then the Cardinals, they're a fringe team to me. What's Bradford going to do after week 3? Is he still going to even be playing? I mean, I'm not trying to bag on the guy, but he just hasn't stayed healthy his whole career. When he's healthy, he's very good. One of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league. We know that. We've seen that firsthand. But can he stay healthy? It's an interesting duo between Bradford and Fitzgerald. So we'll keep an eye on that. But I'm going to ride with the Rams for the NFC West. Wild card teams, I have the Green Bay Packers making it, and I have the New Orleans Saints also making it, the last 2 spots. They'll be playing on Wild Card weekend. So that's my NFC predictions. All right, AFC East. I don't know if this is even worth discussing. I mean, if you have anything other than the Patriots, I know people are kind of down on them and thinking that they're not going to have as good as a year. Even if they go 10-6, they're still going to win the division because of how young the quarterbacks are in that division. I don't think the Bills are anywhere near competing. I think the Jets are a few years off, and I think that the Dolphins are they're not ready to compete right now. Ryan Tannehill's coming back. They don't even know if Tannehill's going to be the guy for them. So the AFC East, you got to go with the Patriots. AFC North is what's going on with Pittsburgh is a little scary. You have Le'Veon Bell telling his offensive line, hey, I'll be there Wednesday, and now he's not going to play on Sunday. So that's going to be a little weird not seeing Bell there, and it's going to hurt him tremendously. It's really going to hurt the Steelers not to have Le'Veon Bell in that offense because, let's be honest, it's the 3 Bs, right? The killer Bs. You have Ben Roethlisberger, Le'Veon Bell, and Antonio Brown. Those are the 3 killer Bs that they rely on offensively to put up points. So now you're taking that away. Now, I talked about Baltimore. Baltimore is a weird team. Baltimore can be a playoff team. They have an unbelievable defense. They have a questionable offense. They just added Michael Crabtree. They got guys like Alex Collins. They've got Joe Flacco. They've got a weird team. It's very defensively oriented. They really pride themselves on defense, and that's how they're going to win games. This is an interesting team, though, because you also have the Browns, because a lot of people are high on the Browns, Jarvis Landry, Josh Gordon. You have Tyrod Taylor, Myles Garrett, their first-round pick, Denzel Ward, and maybe Baker Mayfield comes into the mix. They're also a weird team. This isn't as clear-cut as it usually is for me. So keep an eye on the Browns. Keep an eye on the Ravens especially. Bengals are a mess. If they don't fire Marvin Lewis, I don't know. I give up. I give up on them. I don't even know what to say after that. AFC South, I'm going to go with the Jaguars. I think the Texans are intriguing. coming back with Deshaun Watson. They got J.J. Watt coming back. They have DeAndre Hopkins is a top 5 receiver in this league, top 3 maybe. Interesting team. Titans just came off a playoff appearance. I've never been sold on Mariota. He's got another proving year for me, especially to try to will his team to the playoffs. I mean, they got so lucky last year with the Chiefs game. It was Mariota was catching passes from himself. And then you have the Chiefs. Chiefs are my wild card team this year. So I have the Chiefs and the Texans actually making it. 3 teams out of the AFC South making the wild card. The wild card here. Let's go to the AFC West. The Chargers are the team to beat, I think, in that division. Joey Bosa, Phillip Rivers. They have a really good defensive team, and then offensively, Keenan Allen, Phillip Rivers, Melvin Gordon. They got really hot towards the end of the year. It's unfortunate they got off to such a slow start. But I'm going to take the Chargers. Then, like I said, my 2 wild card teams. I got one from the AFC South in the Texans, and I got one from the AFC West in the Kansas City Chiefs. Those are my AFC predictions. I got the Jags in the AFC South. I got the Chargers in the AFC West. Pats in the AFC East. Steelers in the AFC North still. And the Texans and Chiefs making it in